stuff helps you prepare for life because you learn from your parents.
Yes,
I think we take family for granted. Like for my example, my friend, yeah, she had a mum and a dad, and then her mum died of cancer. In a couple of months, her dad died, and she's got no mum, no dad, and she, you know, she used to live a normal life. So I feel like we take family for granted, you know. Sometimes we get angry at mum, we're like, I wish we were dead, things like that, and it's not nice.
We say all sorts of things out of anger and frustration, isn't it? Yeah, but what would really be like, I mean, that's probably the scary part, isn't it? When you've got them, you don't kind of like appreciate them, but what would life really be like without our families around? Yeah, so what did you want?
Sometimes, like, you just get really angry because it can just get so stressful, like, because you've got so much responsibility and you're like, you had the kids, I didn't. Why am I having to do all
but
this
that's
work?
right. They are responsible for you.
You have to do so much things, and like you want to go out and you can't because you know you have to look after the kids at home, or you have to cook dinner, and you're like, why am I having to do this? But then, and you're like, oh, I can't wait until I reach 18, I can finally go out on my own. And, but then you go on like a trip for a week, and then you're like, oh, I can't wait to go back home.
Okay, so basically, sometimes when you've got it, you don't really value it, you know, appreciate it. Jenny, you come from a slight different background. You know, go on, you tell us a little bit more about.
My parents were together till I was 11. Then they divorced. My dad and my mum remarried. I left home at 18 because I just totally went off the rails and clashed with my mum.
Okay.
Then at 22 I had my own child.
Okay.
And I've tried to bring her out the total opposite of how my mum was with me.
So you've kind of rebelled, you've done everything your mum...
I've gone there and back and got the t-shirt. Totally.
Okay, so basically, do you feel that you are the way you are because of the way your family raised you?
Yeah, because I've been through so much and I've seen so much that what I've been through, I can pass on to my daughter, the rights and wrongs. But also, if she makes mistakes, I can guide her the way I should have been guided.
What if she doesn't listen and she goes the opposite? Because almost everybody at one point think their mum's not really, or their dad is not really doing the job that they feel they should.
We all say that. I mean, I can look back now and I can say, I mean, then I'd be like, well, I wasn't allowed out at certain times. I couldn't go to parties
like what
or
he
clubs.
was saying, yeah.
But now I look back and I think, yeah, I'm doing the same with my daughter, but not as much. I'm not being as protective. And I think, no, they did it for a reason. Because when you have your own children, you do sit there, you go, oh yeah, they were right.
Yeah.
They're not nagging you. Parents don't nag you. They are doing it because they do care about you.
They've got a reason, but I mean, he's a classic example, probably, unlike most teenagers, because they will just fight. If mum says don't go out, you find ways of sneaking out, which I'm sure that, you know, he sneaks out, doesn't he?
He's like,
Okay. Oh, sorry, have your hand up, you wanted to say something.
I was going to say how, from what she was saying, was from how your family is, it affects you. So like, if you've come from a bad family, you know, you never grow up to be, you know, just like that or the opposite. So it's like, that's where it gives you that sort of independence part of life where you get to make your own choice whether you want to be the way they are. So like, you know, for example, if they're taking drugs,
affect some changes. If
you want to, you know, decide to change, or you want to stay the same and, you know, see how it goes on. But then that's how you realise that's how you kind of realise right from wrong and how you should live your own life and stuff. So yeah.
You haven't said anything. What sort of family background are you from? What have you got? I mean, what's family life like?
I got 2 parents which I live with, and I've got an older sister.
So you've got a mum and a dad. Yeah. What's life like? Is it hectic? Do you sometimes wish you were not there, or is it?
Yeah.
You do?
With my sister.
With your sister. So it's more a battle between your sister. What, you think she shouldn't be there, or you think you shouldn't be there?
Well, because I've got the bigger room.
Okay.
Some stuff in my room.
That's a real thing, like, yeah.
The wardrobe with her clothes, the PC which she'll go on. So like we see too much of each other.
Okay, so because no, let's get this right, because you've got a bigger room, so she has to keep some of her stuff there.
Yeah.
And you think she's intruding on your space? Not
really. I wouldn't mind if she just come in, done what she want, but it's like
all the time.
Like enemies. If she walks in, it's
I think that's the thing with family, isn't it? Because we're so in each other's face all the time, you find that the slightest thing that somebody does and you're upset, irritating, yes.
That's what happens with me and my brother, because probably more than anyone else, me and my twin brother with each other because we have the same friends and we go out everywhere with each other when we go out with our friends. We do practically everything except bath together, really, I guess.
Okay, but do you, I mean, are you friends? You're friends?
Yeah.
Because I think that's usually the most difficult thing.
It's really good to have a twin brother because they're always there with you. You've always got someone with you at the time. Like when you go out or something, you're never alone. And even though we're brothers, we do have a lot. At home, we'll play computer together, we go out with each other. And also, when we go out with other people, I don't know, it's weird. Like you sort of feel this way that you shouldn't do something wrong because he's there or something. Like,
so you kind of keep each other in check.
Yeah.
But I take it then that mum is kind of like okay because she knows you're with.
Nah, she still worries too much. She still worries.
It doesn't make any. But this thing with, you know, in your face and family fighting and feuding, do you see what I mean? I mean, what can we do about that? Do we like consciously think let's get back to somebody else? I'll come back to you in a minute.
It changes when you get older because I was always fighting with my brother. We used to draw blood. Terrible, yeah. And because I've got two younger brothers and a sister. But now, because I'm the oldest, they always come to me, and we're like that now. And because we've all got kids as well, you know, we always
You've got to be
not so much now because there is a family feud that split us at the moment, but the last few years. So much as we hated each other when we was little, now as you get older and you have your own family, you do rely on, you need each other.
It is a bit common, isn't it? I mean, I think
you grow out of it.
Yeah, we've done a show on sibling rivalry, and you know, a lot of the things that came out is that it is part of life. It's we you know, we live with it, but it's just when it becomes a little bit too hectic, where every day, you know, you just can't see any goodness in the family. That's when it becomes.
But that's just like a part of life. I don't think that when you're older, it's going to change. But at the moment, it's just. It's nothing too big. It's just a part of you. Nothing's going to be perfect.
When you're older, it has to change, but sometimes it doesn't change for the best. Some people change, and you know.
Obviously, there are limits, but I mean, everyone will have fights. Obviously, they will get to a certain point when it is too far. But you can't stop family fighting and arguing because they're different people. That even though they're the same family,
what makes a family.
They have different minds, so they think different ways, and they have different opinions. So they will have like arguments and everything.
It's not healthy for a family not to like have fights and stuff. It wouldn't be a family.
It's got to be part of it, yeah.
I was always told like from my mum like, so you know, families always fighting, making mess, and you argue and all this stuff. And she always said that, you know, a messy home is a happy home, whereas a clean home, you know, everyone's always cleaning and oh, where's this and where's that? Oh, you ain't done this for me. And so you know, when you got a messy home and stuff, it shows like oh, you know, people are, you know, all over the place.
Oh, that's one way of looking at it.
I don't say we should go around and mess up their house here, but
that's one way of looking at it. Sorry, you wanted to say something.
No, I was just going to say the same thing with that lady said before that. Obviously, you are going to have, when you're children, you don't feel that you need each other as much. It's like, you all want to be independent, be your own people. But then as you grow up, you realise that you
realise the importance of having family.
You appreciate your parents more as well when you have kids.
When you have kids, you do.
I've got a lot more respect for my parents because they put up with a hell of a lot from me and my brothers and that.
Excellent. Right, as usual, we've got Pastor Alex with us in the studio. Let's welcome him to the studio. Thank you, Pastor, for joining us. Some interesting comments there about family life. You know, enlighten us, please.
I think what interests me is the various setup of families that we have.
Yes.
And I think people are doing a great job in difficult circumstances raising children. I think we need to appreciate that. It's also important for us to understand that society is made up of families. And strong families make strong societies. And so if we want to be a strong nation, we want to be a strong society, the family must be strong. And so we have to look at what makes a family strong.
Yeah.
And the parents play a crucial role in making a family strong. And therefore it's important that we make sure that we value marriage.
Yes.
It's very, very important.